Have you ever wondered if Christian narcissism is a real issue, and if so, how to identify it? This is a question that has likely crossed the minds of many, especially those who have encountered individuals exhibiting narcissistic behaviors within the context of Christian communities. Today we delve into this intriguing topic, shedding light on an issue that is often overlooked. The phenomenon of Christian narcissism may seem contradictory, even baffling, due to the Christian faith's emphasis on humility, self-sacrifice, and charity towards others. Nonetheless, it is a reality that we encounter on occasion when faith is conflated with an inflated sense of self-worth and a disregard for the feelings and needs of others. We are embarking on this exploration not to criticize or judge, but to promote understanding and awareness. Recognizing Christian narcissism is the first step toward dealing with it effectively, leading to healthier relationships within our faith communities. But before we delve deeper, let's take a moment to define our terms. What do we mean by a Christian narcissist? This is an individual who identifies as a Christian, but simultaneously exhibits traits typically associated with narcissism. These traits are not just minor eccentricities or personality quirks. They are significant characteristics that interfere with their ability to relate to others in a healthy and empathetic manner. The most prominent traits of a narcissist, regardless of their religious affiliation, include an inflated sense of self-importance. This goes beyond a healthy level of self-confidence. It's an unshakable belief that they are superior to others. This can manifest in various ways, from a constant need to be the center of attention, to insisting on having the final say in all decisions, to viewing themselves as exceptionally gifted or blessed. Alongside this inflated sense of self-importance is a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. This need is so intense that narcissists often go to great lengths to secure it, even if it means manipulating others or exaggerating their accomplishments. The third defining characteristic of a narcissist is a lack of empathy for others. This is perhaps the most damaging trait, as it can lead to a disregard for the feelings, needs, and well-being of others, often causing significant relational damage. This lack of empathy is starkly at odds with the Christian values of love, compassion, and understanding. In the following segment, we will explore 10 telltale signs to help you spot a Christian narcissist. Identifying these patterns can help us better respond to such individuals, fostering healthier relationships and promoting a more empathetic and understanding Christian community. Remember what we mean by a Christian narcissist. This is a person who identifies as a Christian but displays traits of narcissism, such as an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Now, on to the 10 signs you are dealing with a Christian narcissist. The first sign you need to look out for is their constant craving for admiration and validation. A Christian narcissist has a strong desire to be admired and affirmed by others. They continuously seek out situations and interactions that will shower them with praise and attention. This constant need for admiration often becomes their driving force. It's not uncommon for them to use their faith as a platform to establish their superiority and draw attention. They tend to position themselves in the limelight under the guise of their Christian faith, thus projecting an image that naturally attracts admiration and affirmation. The second critical sign that you are dealing with a Christian narcissist is their tendency to twist Scripture to justify their actions. A Christian narcissist might wrongly interpret or manipulate biblical texts to serve their selfish purposes. This manipulation often comes at the expense of others, creating confusion and discord among the faithful. They cleverly twist the Scripture, bending it to fit their narrative and further their personal agenda. The third sign is their profound lack of empathy. Despite the teachings of Christianity emphasizing love, compassion, and understanding, a Christian narcissist often shows a complete disregard for the feelings of others. They tend to be self-centered, focusing only on their needs, desires, and feelings, thereby showing an utter lack of empathy. They fail to understand or appreciate the struggles, perspectives, and emotions of other people, which contradicts the fundamental teachings of Christianity. Fourth, they exhibit an inflated sense of entitlement. They often believe that their faith makes them superior to others and that they deserve special treatment or privileges. This sense of entitlement may manifest in various ways, from expecting preferential treatment in social situations to demanding unwarranted respect and admiration from others. They believe that their Christian faith elevates them above everyone else, hence justifying their entitlement. The fifth sign is their unwillingness to accept criticism or take accountability. When confronted with their mistakes or shortcomings, they may become defensive or angry instead of accepting their faults. They often refuse to take responsibility for their actions, blaming others or circumstances for their failures. It's a defense mechanism to protect their inflated ego and maintain their false image of perfection. Sixth, are often manipulative, using emotions like guilt, fear, or obligation to get what they want from others. This manipulative behavior could involve exploiting others' feelings of responsibility or moral obligation, often for personal gain. They excel in emotional manipulation, skillfully using it to control, dominate, and get their way in relationships. The seventh sign is their propensity to play the victim. Despite their harmful actions, they may portray themselves as the victim to gain sympathy and attention. Their victim-playing tactics serve to divert attention away from their misdeeds and further their manipulative agenda. Eighth, they are often judgmental and critical of others. They use their faith as a weapon to judge and criticize those who do not meet their standards. They tend to look down upon others, highlighting their flaws and shortcomings while ignoring their own. Ninth, they display a holier-than-thou attitude, often believing they are more spiritually enlightened or morally superior than others. They frequently put themselves on a pedestal, considering their spiritual moral understanding to be superior to others. Finally, 10, they often lack genuine humility. Despite humility being a core Christian value, a Christian narcissist often displays arrogance and pride. They fail to show the humbleness and modesty that are expected of a true Christian. Instead, they exude an air of arrogance and superiority, contradicting the humble teachings of Christianity. To summarize, a Christian narcissist is someone who uses their faith to justify an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for attention, and a lack of empathy towards others. This notion can be identified through 10 key signs: a constant hunger for admiration, scripture manipulation to suit their desires, an extreme sense of self-entitlement, the inability to tolerate criticism, a manipulative persona, propensity to play the victim, a judgmental outlook, a holier-than-thou mindset, and a noticeable lack of genuine humility. It's vital to approach this subject with compassion and comprehension, as not everyone exhibiting these traits is a narcissist. Crucially, we must remember that everyone is capable of change and growth. Being cognizant of signs aids in managing our relationships, fostering a more loving, empathetic, and humble expression of faith.